What's spina bifida?
I have no idea. Something with the spine that isn't straight.
What's spina bifida?
A disease of your spine.
What else?
I don't know, that's all I know.
Spina bifida is a big word.
Spina bifida?
It's a disease of the spine. I think it's where, is it where it wraps around itself? There's kind of a neuron wrap, I think. I'm not sure.
Spina! I think it is a disease that babies get when they're born.
I have no idea.
Make a guess.
A type of spider?
I know that it's a birth defect that can be detected during pregnancy. I know that when I was pregnant with my son, that my doctor was able to, he looked on the ultrasound when they determined that he was a boy, and that was probably right around my 3rd month, so somewhere after the 24th week.
Bifida!
I have no idea.
You don't have anything?
I think spina bifida is a disease that little babies get when they're born, and I think it is in their spine and may paralyze them.
I think it is a disease of the spine, maybe?
Anything else?
Nervous system. I know it affects, it's degenerative, right?
Bifida! It's a, I don't know, let me... Spina bifida!
What's spina bifida?
That's a developmental birth defect caused by the incomplete enclosure of the embryonic neurotube. That's a lot.
Spina bifida is the abnormal growth of the spinal column, and it can range anywhere from lacking the covering on the back to not being fully concealed. It can also be when infants are born with a sac-like protrusion on the outside of their spinal column.
As far as making accommodations for students with spina bifida, I had a girl in my 7th hour class when I went to observe in the schools who actually had it, and the only accommodation that was really made for her was that she was allowed to be later to class. So depending on the type of spina bifida that you have, the teacher will have to make accommodations based on the seriousness of it.
Symptoms!
Spina bifida occulta is when the opening in the person's back is covered by muscle and skin, and the spinal cord is usually normal.
Meningocele, the name used when the meninga is pushed through the opening in the skin.
Myelomeningocele. This is when the baby is born with a sac protruding from the opening in the spinal cord, and the sac contains nerves and part of the spinal cord. About 1 in 1,000 babies in the U.S. are born with this.
Hydrocephalus is when there's too much fluid in the brain, and this is caused by an opening in the spinal column.
It is believed that Mexican artist Frida Kahlo may have had spina bifida along with other disabilities, including residual damage from polio and injuries suffered in a bus accident. Hank Williams Sr. was one of the most influential country musicians of all time. Both a singer and a composer, he suffered severe back pain throughout his short life. Sources cite him as having spina bifida or spina bifida occulta. An operation in 1951 aimed at relieving his constant pain was not successful. Addicted to alcohol and morphine, Williams died at the age of 29. Ex-Chiefs player Elvis Grbac has a young son who has spina bifida. During his career, he was the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, Kansas City Chiefs, and Baltimore Ravens of the National Football League. In 1996, Grbac was famously slammed by the San Francisco mayor Willie Brown. Brown criticized Gerbac's costly turnovers against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday and called the 49ers' second-string quarterback an embarrassment to humankind. Grbac later said he was not prepared to play because he had been worried about his 9-month-old son Jack, who has spina bifida and recently underwent surgery. The mayor later apologized.
Questions!
For more information, visit kidshealth.org and search spina bifida, or visit these websites.
Group 15!
Ow, ow!